Um, Not in the correct fashion. All my batteries finna die, so this gotta be quick. What do you call it? The They fucked up. Well, it used to work, but whatever. I might try to fix it, but I'll look at it when I get done. Because anyway,
In
yeah, I'm not using the word phrase correctly. Deep dive. So we gonna do a deep dive into David Patterson, former governor of NYC. I was making jokes about it, but now it's like, wait a minute. Now it's like, oh, okay.
might have just resigned and let the process go forward. Usually, if you resign, the prosecutors are not going to be coming after you as hard. But this is the choice that he has made. Uh,
Oh, that's
one,
why. Because I was just wondering. I'm trying to be quick because my battery finna die. Uh, when I saw this video, I didn't look at the channel, so I thought it was another big, Fox 5 New York or 11 Alive or whatever in New York or whatever channel. And I'm like, why is nobody making that's just common sense, especially for guys. Like, oh shit, he read his mouth. That's supposed to be, it's a joke. It's a guy joke. But then I see this video only got 3,000 views, 3,500 views in 3 days. So they just, you can say, what, they put it in your channel because you clicked on the video earlier. In my recommendations. I go for the big conspiracy theories or whatever. Yeah, they put it. They wanted me to see it. They knew I was gonna put two and two. They're like, wait a minute, what? 3 days ago he said. So, did I still wasn't even gonna click on it. Remember, I was still making jokes, and I didn't know the stepson was Curtis Sewell's son. But then I clicked on that. You saw what happened in the last video that I just ended. So that was just 10 minutes ago. Then he started putting two to two. Like, wait a minute, what? And then he said some. The David Patterson. And then it's like, okay, I'm like, well, what happened? Did he get in trouble too? David. Then it's like, well, let me click. Now it's like he's not really defending Adams, but it's like we're all thinking he's under attack. For complaining about the illegal aliens. You don't go against Biden and the Democrats.
it has to be an unenviable position for the mayor. And in others might have just resigned and let the process go forward. Usually, if you resign, the prosecutors are not going to be coming after you as hard. But this is the choice that he has made. One suggestion that I would make to him is that you don't want to be lashing out at too many people at a time like this, even if you're absolutely right. So if this is retaliation for his opposition to migrants being sent in here without
Oh,
any,
he said it. Okay, yeah, he said it. But he said it as a question. If this is retaliation, but he's also doing the you need. He's saying like, yo, dog, shut up. You need to shut up talking. Da 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 da. And I guess Adams like, man, fuck that. I was nah. They don't tell me to shut up. This and that. And he's doing the, nah, man, nah, dog, you might not want to, you ruffling the wrong feathers, man, stepping on some toes, man, da da da. Adam's like, fuck that shit, b. You know, you know, we got, Dave Chappelle, because obviously I'm ad libbing, making jokes, when keeping it real. But see, that's when that shit, we're talking about real people, not stupid Democrats. So I can't use that. I don't even feel right trying to say when keeping it real goes wrong, and it involves Democrats as the ones who put somebody in check for keeping it real. It's like, nah, because they're lame and they're punks. But you can hear them military helicopters from I don't know how far. Now which one is this? Oh, The only other thing I could think is they're coming from where the flooding is in the mountains and the dead body or whatever, and they're flying down here to maybe a medical hospital. That's the only thing I can think of. They're evacuating, and it's been what, a week. That's when you see the response. If that's what's going on, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could think of.
uh, Sources of dealing with them. Uh, the prosecutors, you don't have to go after them. You just have to say, please, citizens, give me the opportunity to come to court and prove my innocence. And by the way, I like how all of these colleagues of his are so quick to call for his resignation when some of them have been in trouble themselves. One of them, who called for my resignation and then recently called for his resignation, actually was on trial for months, and his treasurer went to prison and he somehow got off. So some of these people really should look in the mirror before they start judging the mayor. The AOC, she's not in the city council. She doesn't know what's going on.
Oh shit! Yeah, he called them out. Oh, he by name. Hey, yo, all that. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. And see, that's why I said, I show you over and over again how they provoke people. They walk by, and you're like, well, the little boy said, they know he probably said it before, but they didn't pay him no attention. Man, fuck you, punk ass. What? No, I'm just saying. But this time they knew he would say something, and it's like, oh wait a minute, we got some, and it gives and it's there. Cause that way, why would they jump on him? Because he just spoke out. This way, it's a conspiracy. Like what I'm saying is a conspiracy theory, air quotes. And then it's gonna be like, well, it was his son. And you know how black people go, he should have minded his own business anyway, all that stupid shit, right? And so yeah, they set him up and he fell for it. And And then when he came back out this time, because before they probably did, like I said before, they probably did like, psst, think about it. Teenagers, man, fuck you. Man, don't pay that clown no attention. He ain't you know, blah blah blah. But now it's on purpose. It's set up. And they come back out again. What you say earlier? And Now it's bit bop bit. See, yeah, it's finna go. These Democrats losing their mind, man. They finna start seeing they Democrat colleagues with their head bust. This up to people ain't playing with you. Up to it's finna go down.
In New York, the state senators and assembly members who joined in, I think it was abhorrent. And one of these days, karma will catch up with them, and then we'll see how much they have to say about resignation.
Okay, very interesting point. In your career, Governor, at what point did you decide that re-election would not be an option? I mean, you and I have talked a lot, but I don't think I ever got the story from you about where in the whole process you said, okay, I'm going to fight these legal charges, I'm going to continue to govern, but I'm not going to also try and run for re-election.
Errol, as God is my witness, I thought I was being set up. So I thought that if I continued to run for office, that I would be indicted. People have asked me, what would you have been indicted on? I haven't the slightest idea.
Same. Oh shit. So that's what they did to him. It's like, and remember how I say we do. You do. You just get the feeling because they want you to know. They got ways of letting you know what not to do. Like yeah. If you keep going, you keep doing and people might have said it, and then later on, months later, you thought whatever dude said was a joke. Ha ha ha. Hey girl. Yeah, one of even your friends or whatever keep going down that route. Yeah, they gonna do something to you. Like it's a joke, right? And that comes to you once all this shit start. And he's literally disabled, blind guy. That's why everybody across the country at that time knew him. That's why I knew his face because he was on the news, legally blind rather. You know,
I think the whole idea was to get me out of the way, and it worked. So, but I did make the decision.
Yeah, see, now he knows what's going on. Like the rest, you see what they did to Trump, see what they doing to Adam, all that. So he knows now he's not alone, and so now he can speak out. But look, they did try to jump on him. You gotta not try to. They did, but they ain't. He ain't back. You saw the news conference. That's why he did it. He's not bruised. He ain't got a black eye, anything.
And there was no way that I could run for office, run the governor's office, and also defend myself in court. And that's why I stepped aside. And if it happened again, I would have done the same thing.
Okay. We saw you at a recent protest when Donald Trump was speaking out on Long Island. What was that all about?
Well, President Trump came to Long Island, which is actually where I grew up, Errol, and have maintained relationships with people out there. And he was up there as usual, carrying on about how the people in Springfield, Ohio, are eating their cats and dogs and taking them from the people who live there. And I would suggest to the former president that he is going to eat crow on November 4th after the election.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. That's what I said. Him and Adams are Democrats. That's what I'm saying. See, y'all going and see what happened to you Democrats when you step out of line, and you stepped out of line again. It said something, and then you brought up what they did to you. Y'all get beat up. You see, they don't mess with us or mess with me or Trump. They try to mess with me, but they end up just getting the fuck out the way and trying to act tough. That. But they don't jump. They know better than to jump. They don't do anything. You notice today they don't have the they got people, they ain't pulling up, they ain't pulling up doing the pull up shit. But so that's what he get for being. That's what I'm saying. See, that's what he get for being a Democrat. That's what I'm saying. You went against your party. He did it before, and that's why he ain't governor. Adams did it, but see, Adams might not back down because he knows how they. At this day, see, he was one of the early ones, so you had to back down and be a Democrat do boy. And then you said you ran your mouth. This was 3 days ago, and then they jumped on you last night or yesterday. Now you got jumped on physically. You and your stepson. And see, fucking around with these wannabe gangster Democrats with Keith Ted. Did he still? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I wasn't even gonna pay this video no attention, because this morning I saw it, and everybody talking about how he's trying to downplay it. It's not. It's this and that. It's like crime is. It's not. It's like in front of your steps, you and him, and he had to watch you get beat up. That's even worse. Your stepdad getting old man getting beat up by some youngsters, and then the old man got turned around, and with what vision he got left, he got to watch you get beat up. But that's what they want.
Very good. And I know you have clients and so forth. Would that look?
Then they put this crazy process of I got some more, but my battery is at 13%, and this one is at 25%. So I'm gonna go charge them up, and the sun coming around here anyway, so it's time to charge up the batteries anyway. But anyway, let me look at this thing right here, because I'm gonna fix it myself, I guess, if I can. Yeah, I just need a screw. Unscrew that. And so it's just a regular socket. Hold on a second. Looks like these motherfuckers stole, because it was working when I first got here. And everybody else is still work. But since, like I said, it's that gang stalker shit, they broke it because it's mine, for my apartment. And they snatched it out. And whoever did it, they put some what's the name tape. I just gotta turn it off. The breaker, and put one in there. But yes, they left the one in the back. But anyway.